Daniel Alves hires lawyer who defended Messi for tax fraud and Barcelona in the Neymar case. The current lawyer for the right-back arrested in preventive custody in Spain said that the decision to hire a specialist in criminal law was taken by the development of the facts and the deprivation of liberty. Brazilian soccer player Daniel Alves has hired one of Spain's most famous lawyers to bolster his defense team in the lawsuit that responds accused of sexually assaulting a woman in December last year. Who is Cristobal Martel? Lawyer Cristobal Martel Perez Alcalde is one of the most prestigious lawyers in Barcelona. In 2023, he was considered for the third time Lawyer of the Year in criminal defense by the publication Best Lawyers. According to the Spanish vehicle La Vanguardia, Martel is recognized in the country for his ability to reach beneficial judicial or extrajudicial agreements for his clients. He has participated in a series of cases with great media repercussions in recent years. This is the case, for example, of the Spanish politician and former president of Catalonia, Jordi Pujol, who, along with his family, responds to accusations of corruption, criminal organization, money laundering, and other crimes. Pujol allegedly used his influence during the 23 years he held office in the Catalan government to amass a fortune in accounts in tax havens. The process is still running in court. Cristobal Martel was also signed by Argentine striker and recent world champion Lionel Messi in a case that faces tax fraud. Messi and his father were accused of organizing a network of companies to omit their real earnings from image rights from Spanish taxation. What is known about the case involving the arrest of winger Daniel Alves? The defender of the Brazilian national team Daniel Alves had his preventive detention decreed this Friday, 20, after giving testimony to the Spanish court. He is accused of sexually assaulting a woman in a Catalonia nightclub last month. According to the Spanish newspaper El Periódico, the woman who denounced the player told the justice that he attacked and raped her in a bathroom of the nightclub in Barcelona. The complainant says she was with friends in a VIP room at the nightclub. There, the women would have been called to the table where Daniel Alves was sitting. Later, he stood behind the victim and started saying things to her that she didn't understand, possibly because they were in Portuguese. It was then that he allegedly grabbed her hand and brought it to his penis, a gesture he repeated twice, despite her resistance. So, pointing to a door that she didn't know where it led, Daniel Alves told her to follow him and enter. Points out El Periódico. The woman pointed out in the statement that, when she realized it was a bathroom, she tried to leave, but the player closed the door and prevented her from leaving, according to the publication. The victim denounced that Daniel Alves sat on the toilet, pulled her dress, asked her to say it was his, or forced her to sit on top of him, threw her into the floor, and forced her to perform oral sex on him. She resisted, so he slapped her, lifted her off the ground, and thrust into her until he ejaculated. Afterwards, I told him to wait until he left first, says the newspaper. The article also exposes that, according to the woman, she would have left the place in a state of shock. After being attended to by the club staff, she was reportedly transferred to a hospital, where she underwent an examination in search of biological remains that helped prove her accusation. According to the newspaper's sources, the medical report would confirm that there are some injuries compatible with the fight. There are security cameras in the VIP room where they were both, but not in the bathroom. The images match the victim's version, as far as it was recorded, informs the newspaper. This Friday, 20, the player was arrested by the Spanish police after being questioned at a police station in Barcelona. The information was confirmed to CNN by the Catalan police. A statement by Daniel Alves was scheduled for this Friday. According to the athlete's advisory, he went of his own free will to Barcelona to spontaneously clarify the facts and prove his innocence. The Brazilian played for Pumas, a club from Mexico. However, the termination of the contract was announced this Friday. The team's president stressed that the club reiterates its commitment not to tolerate acts by any member, whoever he may be, that go against the spirit of the club and its values. This Monday, 23, he was transferred to Brian's 2 prison, which houses pretrial detainees. According to CNN, the decision was taken to ensure the safety and normal coexistence of the athlete. The modules at Brian's 2 prison accommodate around 80 inmates, while those at Brian's 1, where Daniel Alves was previously, accommodate around 200. Daniel Alves is welcomed in the internment department, where the local professionals will decide which residential module he will stay in. The player's advisory stated that the transfer is protocol. What does the player say? Daniel Alves denies the accusations, but admits that he was at the house that day and that he stayed there for a short time, without anything having happened there. The right-back's team says that the judge who determined the preventive detention did not justify the measure, that the information in the local press is false, and that secrecy of justice was requested. The player's businessmen left this Friday night for Barcelona and, on Saturday, 21, together with the athlete's legal team, they will try to resolve the situation.